Hello everyone, my name is Asfanindra. Now I am going to explain about Agile Development Process and how Agile Development Process is helpful for software development industries. To know this, we have to know about how what is the difference between Agile Development Process and traditional development process. Traditional, or we can say as traditional development methodology is particularly well suited to the projects that are complex or having evolving unclear requirements, enabling teams to remain flexible and responsive throughout the development process. Now we will discuss about the stages involved in agile development process. The first one will be preparation, and second one sprint planning, and then sprint. In preparation, in preparation stage, the product owner creates a backlog of features they want to include in the final product. This is known as the product backlog. Then the development team estimates how long each feature will take a build. Next stage will be sprint planning. The sprint planning meeting is where the team decides which feature from the product backlog they are going to work on during the sprint. A sprint is a set period, usually we can say uh, like 1 week or 2 weeks, during which the development team must achieve a specific goal. The team also decides how many of each type of task they can complete during the sprint. For example, the team may decide they can complete three coding tasks, two testing tasks, and one documentation task during the sprint. This information is then added to the sprint backlog. Next, next one will be sprint. During the sprint, the team complete works on completing the task in the backlog. That means whatever left in the sprint that we have planned before. They may also come across new issues to address. If this happens, they will add these issues to the product backlog and prioritize them accordingly. At the end of the sprint, the development team should have completed all features in the sprint backlog. If not, the team will carry them over to the next sprint. The team then holds a sprint review meeting where they demo completed features to the product owner and the stakeholders. They also discuss what went well during the sprint and how they could improve their next one. Finally, the team holds a retrospective meeting where they reflect on what well and what didn't go so well during the sprint. They can create a plan of action for addressing these issues in future sprints. This feedback loop helps to ensure that each sprint is more successful than the last. Now we will discuss about how well the agile development process helpful for uh, software development industries. Agile software development it is a group of software development methods that focus on iterative and incremental development. In this approach, the requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between self-organizing, cross-functional teams. It means there will be interaction between customer and user, and collaboration between self-organizing, cross-functional teams. In the sense, there will be involvement of every people in the team to do work, and stakeholder also get used to it. The goal is to develop software in a flexible, adaptive way, allowing for changes to be incorporated as a project progresses. Agile development is also a project management methodology that prioritizes individuals and interactions over process and tools. Uh, to to verify this development, agile development, and to differentiate it from the traditional method, Agile Manifesto is produced in 2001. Uh, this Agile Manifesto has four principles. These values emphasize a human centered collaborative approach to the software development, where the emphasis is placed on team communication and working software. Before Agile values give a deeper insight into the methodology's key principles, individuals and interactions over processing and tools. As we know that there will be interactions between customers and developers in a frequent way over processing and tools. Uh, Working software over comprehensive document. As I said, there will the developers will give after finishing every module, they will provide the module in form of exe file to the customer so that they get used to it and they will know about the module and how to use it. In traditional methodology, we will the customer gets a user guide in which he have to read every page in that and need to understand it to know about the project. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. There will be a frequent interactions between developer and customer over contract negotiation. In the sense, uh, not in they will not negotiate about the meetings and everything. There will be frequent meetings between customer and developer, responding to change or following a plan. In the sense, see, the customer can give anytime extra features, or he can remove the features that he don't want, like as per the environment changes, the customer have flexibility to change or remove the requirements, and the development team will respond in a positive way to change the requirements or to add by taking a minimum requirement time for this. Agile development values quick delivery of working software, continuous collaboration with customers, and the ability to adapt to changes as they arise. So, this delivering of software in agile development process will be in form of exe file, and in traditional method, the delivery will be in form of user guide. When it comes to user guide, it is very hard to read every page in the user guide and get to know about the project. When it comes to exe file, the user can very well know about the project using exe file, and he will be able to adapt to it very soon, as soon as possible. This is the main use of agile development process. The customer will get to know about the project and he will get to use it. Uh, when the interactions between customer and developer happen, customer may give extra features or he can remove the extra features. He can remove the features that are not necessary, and he will add the features according to the environment. We will have business analyst in both agile development process and uh, traditional development process. In agile development process, the business analyst give market analysis to the requirement engineering or to the developer, so that the team will develop the project according to the market. Whereas in traditional life cycle model, the business analyst give cost analysis and requirements etc. to the team. Uh, in agile development process, the requirements are gathered and the SRS document is prepared. Uh, this is the initial phase of the development in traditional method and as well as agile development process. After, according to the SRS document, the design and development are done. And when it comes to testing, unit testing is performed and integration testing is performed. Mainly, verification and validation is done by the testers in this agile development process. When it comes to validation, we mainly discuss about whether the whether we collected proper requirements or not from the whether business analyst give correct analysis about market, and whether we collect proper requirements or not. This is validation. Validation is done in the testing phase, and verification will be whether according to the SRS document the design and development are done correctly or not. Verification mainly talks about whatever we have done is according to the SRS document or not. Whether, see, in validation we will come to know whether we are collected proper requirements or not. After completing validation only we will go to verification. So here testing phase is completed. Verification and validation is done here. Now when it comes and the project is deployed and submitted to the customer. Now maintenance team comes into the phase. If any in traditional method there will be a maintenance team. When it comes to agile method there will be a support team and maintenance team. If a problem or any error or any mistake comes to the user, it is noted to the support team. If support team can able to rectify the problem, they will rectify the problem. Otherwise it is given to the testing team to verify it. Now if the testing team should rectify the problem and again test it and again they should deploy to the current environment and submit to the user. We know that there will be no interactions between customer and developer in a frequent way, or there will be very less interactions between customer and developer. When it comes to agile model, there will be an interactions in a frequent way, like for every 15 days or for every 13 days there will be interactions between customer and developer, like what is necessary to do and how environmental changes lead to our project, like uh, to so there will be an interactions in a frequent way. And again, the main difference between traditional lifecycle model and agile development process will be delivering of software in a frequent ways, like for every module they will in agile development, for every module they will provide the part of software to the client so that the client get used to it. In traditional method, entire project will be submitted at the end of the day, but the client will not get used to it and he have to learn from the beginning. In agile development process, each and every module with after development, the client will know whatever there in that model, that module. The